I just remember coming up with ideas and wanting to solve problems like when I was at a really young age, and I always got inspired by entrepreneurial stories. When I was 17 or 18 years old, my mom had a house in Surrey and I ran it as a bed and breakfast for a summer, and I started a chowder company, and I ended up working in the hospitality and restaurant industry. So a Culinary Institute was where I got my first post-secondary education because I wanted to own a restaurant. I ended up opening a restaurant in Ontario. I had that for 5 years, and then when selling it in 2009, it got to times were tough after 2008, so it was making another hard decision. When I had a restaurant, I was frustrated with the level of advertising and marketing. Number one, I was an owner-operator, so I didn't have the time, to educate myself. I never thought I would embrace it the way that I did, but I figured, what's the best way to get somebody to talk about your business, and it's by giving them something. I was living off credit cards, so it wasn't like there was some flush, pillowy bank account. At the position where I was in, I said, I'm just gonna, what do I have to lose? Somebody had passed on information for me to check out this accelerator that was based out of Moncton. It opened up so many doors, and those doors, you learn to make relationships, and you get to meet a lot of influential people and people that are willing to help and support you. And there's an awful lot of support for entrepreneurs. It's just kind of maybe putting yourself in those uncomfortable situations to open yourself up to those opportunities. So highs and lows, it was a roller coaster all day long. It was just spikes. There was none of this. We had about 25,000 users by the time we shut it down, and we had just close to about 300 customers, and I still had investor money left because I ended up raising a round of investment from 12 angels, and you just have to be honest. And so it was just a matter of, instead of taking the rest of these dollars and riding it out for another 6 to 8 months, I'd rather give it back to you, rather shut it down, go through the 2 weeks of this really sucks, right? And then figure out what's next. There's enough early stage startup companies that are here right now that the demand is arising. So that's why we're bringing it to PEI. When you find the right mentor or mentors or advisors, it's just that they're giving you advice to help you be successful.